So Bitcoin is breaking out. Ethereum just ripped through resistance, and it's all happening for a reason. So if you just give me 5 minutes, I'll break down what happened and whether or not it's time to rotate into altcoins. And I don't know about you, but I am ready to make some money in this market. So nothing is financial advice, but everything is green today. And it all started with a global trade agreement that eased market fears, and as the Federal Reserve held interest rates steady, signaling no surprises at the FOMC this week. And if you watched my last video, market manipulation, Bitcoin dump and pump coming, that is exactly what happened this week, as I talked about the preparation of understanding that there would be a slight pullback post FOMC, but then a rally afterward. Just know that stocks have jumped, crypto is following, and things are green. And if you know anything about Bitcoin, you know that it is a high beta risk asset, meaning that when stocks go up, Bitcoin is going to accelerate much more than that. And that's exactly what we saw here. But the big news is Ethereum, as you can see, is up around 20%. It has absolutely been ripping. It is a beautiful chart right here, from $1,800 to $2,150 currently, and with speculation that it's going to hit anywhere between $2,500 to $3,000 soon. And the big reason why we're seeing the big momentum in Ethereum is because of the Pectra upgrade. And I am not here to talk about tech. Typically, I'm here to talk about markets. Just know overall that the Pectra upgrade now allows you to pay gas in any token. But just know Ethereum is on the move. And if you've not yet noticed, maybe you're thinking, hey, I missed the pump here. No, I do foresee some pullbacks. Just know that Ethereum is still around 2x away from its local top at $4,000 that we saw back in December of 2024. So massive upside is ahead for Ethereum just with the upgrade. And just understand too, if you're waiting for a pullback, overall, I think that we could see some good opportunity here with Ethereum in the coming weeks. Now, as far as Bitcoin goes, I talked about how it needed to break this 98K level because that was really the holding point. That was the resistance that we were all waiting for. If Bitcoin could just break above it, we know that it would rip a lot higher. And that's what's currently happening right now with this macro shift. We've seen a pump from $93,000 to $102K over the past few days. And just a couple of days ago in my last video, I talked about Bitcoin actually pulling back potentially to 91K to even 88K if things got really bad post FOMC, but that wasn't the case. We did get a breakdown here, right? We got a breakdown to around $93,000. And I talked about, hey, probably during the FOMC meeting, eventually we'd probably see a pump go back into the market or right afterward. And that did happen, just slightly delayed. But the whole reason behind that was because of the trade deal with the USA in Britain. But we did know that we'd probably likely see a pump after FOMC, and things are looking pretty bullish overall with the market. Now, the big question is this: is it alt season yet? Is it a time to rotate into altcoins? Because we know if you've been here, regardless if you've been here for 10 years, if you're new here to crypto, altcoins are typically the way people attain wealth and profits in the crypto industry. Now, Bitcoin long-term hold can make great gains. It's a lot safer asset than a lot of altcoins, but overall, you're going to get high beta returns, high returns overall compared to Bitcoin when you trade altcoins. And so that's why so many people get excited about alt season. They call it when altcoins rally. And so a big indicator of that, a couple of things really quick, is ETH BTC chart, because what we tend to do is look at ETH compared to Bitcoin. And right now, if you look at this white line, ETH actually dropped compared to Bitcoin to the lowest that it's been since 2020. And that was pretty much the bottom signal, right? Because we did see a bounce after that. Now, there is totally a lot of upside to make up, and not saying that this is it, but overall, it has to bottom somewhere. And yes, eventually Ethereum was going to outperform Bitcoin once again, and it needed a catalyst, and this could potentially be that catalyst. But many times we do look at the ETH BTC chart because that is a leading indicator many times that when ETH actually outperforms Bitcoin, other altcoins rally as well. And that's what we're seeing right now. Now, Bitcoin dominance is another thing that we look at, because the more dominant Bitcoin is, the more it takes up market cap, the percentage. Really, the weaker alts tend to be. And the beauty of this currently is that we see a red candle forming on the weekly. If you can see it right here, I know the chart is a little small if you're looking on mobile right now, but all we need, this is all we need. We saw back in November of last year, 61% to 54% drop. Really, we need an 8 to 10% drop in Bitcoin dominance, and that in itself would lead to a massive altcoin rally. So do I think that Bitcoin is going to make it back up to these highs of 72% Bitcoin dominance? I don't at this current moment. And what I do foresee happening is if ETH can continue to gain on Bitcoin, that we will see money rotate into altcoins here in the coming days to weeks. Now, people are always asking me what altcoins do I actually buy? And I did break this down in a video a few days ago, and that was talking about how to make the most money possible in crypto as safe as possible. And what I do is I break down going through the top 100 to 200 market cap altcoins, looking to see what has good liquidity, good volume on good exchanges, and targeting those that have not yet pumped. And so you can go to a site like CoinGecko and check that out and filter through that. But if you've not yet watched that video, super helpful. I would recommend it. Just to let you know, that is one way that you're going to make the most upside in crypto, because alt season with altcoins is where the people make the most money, as I said before. Now, one in particular that I'm looking at is Peanut. Now, Peanut was huge politically, I know, with Elon Musk, and it's since kind of died out, but overall, it's gaining hype again. And so what I tend to do is look at these top 100 to 200 altcoins, such as Peanut. I look and see how far it's pulled back. Now, Peanut has pulled back tremendously. It's around 1,000% from its all-time high. And I want to wait until it shows strength in breaking out. And what I also do is I look on socials to see what is everybody talking about. Peanut is one of those ones that's gaining traction and hype, and it has pumped tremendously. I do expect a bit of a pullback, but just know that if it continues to show strength, if it gains hype, then overall, I think that it continues to break up, because it is breaking this long-term range that we've seen around 18 to 19 cents. And we could see it go as high as up to even 30 cents as well in the short term. But it has pumped a lot, and that is the only thing you have to watch when it comes to getting back into any of these altcoins. A lot of things have moved up. People just kind of start throwing their money in things, but there are some things that are stronger than others, that hold better than others, and Peanut could be one of those. Now, for me overall, meme coins, Pepe, Popcat, Peanut, those are good. I tend to stick only with the main meme coins, and if meme coins are not going away, I've talked about that quite a bit. I do like Bongo. Bongo is a lower cap meme coin, around 10 to 12 million. I have been in Bongo for a long time. I've continued to hold Bongo. It's currently sitting around 12 million market cap. I think that if we can see some upside here, there's a lot of chatter about it, even on social. That's why I bring it up, but potential to break out, hopefully to, around 4 to 5 cents, which would equal around 40 to 50 million market cap as an initial target. That's one thing that I'm watching for. Again, nothing's financial advice. These are very volatile. They swing high, they swing low because of the liquidity with meme coins. But again, a big fan of Bongo. I'll continue to support that long term. But a lot of altcoins in general, if you actually go through here and look at the top 100 to 200, check it out. Volume, liquidity, exchanges, see what has yet to pump as much. You can actually go through the 24-hour chart here, go down and scroll down and see what is maybe not pumped as much. Some things are down. Those are basically stable coins, so just know that those stay around the same. But things that have not pumped a lot, but again, you want to make sure that they have good volume, good liquidity on good exchanges. Something such as KuCoin shares is something that has super low volume, not on any other exchanges, and not something that I'm looking to trade overall, even though it's in a top 100 asset. But that's what you want to look for. I do think that altcoins have a tremendous upside as long as Bitcoin can sustain this level above 100K. That 100K psychological level gets a lot of eyes on it, and before you know it, you could see a lot of people, retail, go back and get on the Robinhood app and other apps to start trading and investing in crypto once more, especially if they think that the trade wars are going to subside, if they think that the Fed is going to cut rates in June and start the money printer again. But the big move today had a nice macro shift along with it. And I think that plays a massive part, that this isn't just some short-term pump and dump in the market. So Bitcoin is riding macro strength. Ethereum is just leveled up again with the upgrade in alt season. Hey man, it's on the radar overall. So you want to keep your eyes on that. But if you want to stay ahead of the game in crypto and not just react, make sure that you subscribe to my channel, because each and every week I give new updates on the market with crypto, altcoins, Bitcoin, you name it. I talk about tips and strategies to be successful, and I'm going to have a lot more coming up. So make sure, if you've not yet subscribed, that you do so below. But other than that, things are looking pretty good. Things are green again. We love the color green. And I'll have more updates this week on Bitcoin and altcoins. So with that said, you guys enjoy the green day in the market. You guys trade safe, and I'll see you on the next one.